radio. Just say no to boring radio. Do you want to be a part of San Francisco's #1 internet radio station? Drop us a line at general.manager@fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FCC Free Radio, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks.
FCC Free Radio, San Francisco's comedy alternative. Listen online at fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks. You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people.
Just say no to boring radio. Do you want to be a part of San Francisco's #1 internet radio station? Drop us a line at general.manager@fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FCC Free Radio, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks.
FCC Free Radio, San Francisco's comedy alternative. Listen online at fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks. You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people.
Just say no to boring radio. Do you want to be a part of San Francisco's #1 internet radio station? Drop us a line at general.manager@fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FCC Free Radio, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks.
FCC Free Radio, San Francisco's comedy alternative. Listen online at fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks. You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people.
Just say no to boring radio. Do you want to be a part of San Francisco's #1 internet radio station? Drop us a line at general.manager@fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FCC Free Radio, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks.
FCC Free Radio, San Francisco's comedy alternative. Listen online at fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks. You're listening to FFR, radio for the people, by the people.
Just say no to boring radio. Do you want to be a part of San Francisco's #1 internet radio station? Drop us a line at general.manager@fccfreeradio.com.
You're listening to FCC Free Radio, radio for the people, by the people, powered by Waywack Networks.
FCC Free Radio, San Francisco's comedy alternative.
That's why the gentleman, that is why the gentleman, that's why the gentleman is, oh,
The following program is intended for mature audiences. It's the John Miller Program, live from San Francisco.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. I'm John Miller.
I'm Ashley Russell.
And welcome to the JMP. We haven't been here in a minute.
In a few months.
It's been about 2 months.
Yeah, that's about right.
About
I didn't
2
have
months.
hair back then.
No, you had zero hair, and I was begging you to grow hair back then.
I did this for me, not for
And
you, John.
you told me you would not grow it unless you got tattoos on your head.
Well, and then I decided to go to Barcelona this fall, so I'm gonna grow hair.
Why not go to Barcelona bald?
Well, I'm not gonna go bald without a tattoo on it. I don't want them to think I'm a skinhead.
We got someone talking in the background here without a microphone. Our guest, Justin Scales, welcome to the program.
What's happening, John?
I don't know. Long time no see, though.
Yeah, man. You
come
still
up to the microphone.
You still look good, baby.
Come
you
on,
still
Derek.
look
Come
very
on,
good.
suck on that mic.
Pull it down to you if you want to lean back.
There you go. It moves. It's
I
not.
just want to make sure that the viewers, the 10 viewers on video, can see me.
Hey,
my face.
Don't watch your own porn.
Yeah, stop watching porn, dude.
All right. Good luck with that.
So we're here. We got you here tonight to talk about your new book, and then catch up on some old war stories.
Of course, I can do it all.
But you just recently had a baby. You
I
got
did have a
married.
baby.
I about fell on my chair when I heard you got married. I was like, no fucking way. And then you have a baby.
Was that before or after? Did he get married because of the baby?
No, it was not.
No, actually, the baby came out mixed race, which was my fingers crossed, and I'm pretty happy with the way things are going.
Pull
with
that
it.
microphone up to you. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, things are going good. He doesn't cry much, and yeah, I guess I'm a dad now. So
And you put the stem on the apple.
it's gonna probably soften up my act a little bit to the point where maybe I might be listenable in the Bay Area.
People might actually tolerate you.
In the delicate Bay Area.
Well, I did try and listen to one of your stand-ups from, I think, 2010.
Did you say tried to listen?
Yeah.
I was at work. And you yelled.
Average audience
You
member.
yelled a lot. And I work in a law office.
I'm
So
a very angry person.
I kept on pushing down.
That's what I usually do to my dates' heads.
Oh my God.
Oh, but you're married.
Does your wife know about that?
Bump. Her and her mom are probably listening right now. Actually,
Oh well.
I'm sure she's
that
used
makes
to
it
by now.
12 listeners
There
in
you go.
completion. And
It's
it
all
was
about the
to
download
completion.
here.
No, my best friend's 5-year-old also listens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that kid. Hey, what?
I mean, he did punch me in the face when I was dressed as
Exactly.
a dinosaur. But
He's got to learn the F word sooner or later.
Yeah.
Uncle John is here.
No, Auntie Ashley has taught him a lot of things. About
If
a lot
you
of
were
things.
my uncle, I'd be even more fucked up.
Yeah, you would. Last week we had the last show we had my old high school friend Robert Mader Anderson, also an author, and you might know the book Boonville. He wrote that book.
Boonville, yes, it's from. He wrote a book about growing up in Boonville.
Yep, pretty
Rest
much.
in peace, Mendocino Brewing Company.
But didn't he also help co-writing that Wild Hogs or something?
Well,
some horror
Pig Hunt.
Pig Hunt,
He'd
yeah.
probably rather be quiet about the.
No, he
Pig Hunt.
he
Pig
brought
Hunt's
the
good.
DVD.
Yeah.
He talked about it.
Pig Hunt's badass, but
I thought you said Wild Hogs.
no,
That's a whole
well,
different-
Pig Hunt.
Oh.
She was a
horrible
little
movie
drunk.
with-
She was a little drunk.
No,
Well,
No.
that's fine.
I got pigs, hogs, same thing.
Pigs, hogs. Oh my
Well,
God.
yeah, that was actually, I read that book. It's pretty good. I got it
Yeah.
for 50 cents in a thrift store, and it was worth every fucking penny.
Yeah, you got it secondhand.
So how
which
long
is
till your
probably
book?
where we are going to look forward to this. Well, it took my comedy shirts about 4 months to
What's
make
the
it to
name of the
Goodwill.
book?
So, The Goat Lady's Son and The Child Gladiators of Isla Vista.
I had a question about that because I kind of stalked you a little bit. And why your mom has a sheep, not a goat?
Well, okay.
There might have
You're
been
the
a goat.
first person to catch it. You're
What?
the first person,
Ding, ding,
person
ding,
to catch
ding, ding,
that.
Ooh, do I get a T-shirt?
It's because Santa Barbara people were so stupid they couldn't tell a goddamn goat from a sheep.
What?
Oh, fuck
So they
me.
started calling her the Goat Lady. So it's kind
Oh,
of
my
an inside
God.
joke. But she did have a goat at one point too. It was
Okay.
all farm animals. For my sister, we lived in a teepee for a long
What the
time.
hell? What the?
It's not a real teepee. It's actually more of like a tree house on the ground.
What did you expect? Buckskin and Pocahontas to
Did
be
you look at
standing
the photos?
outside?
You didn't look at the photos.
No, I didn't look at
obviously.
shit.
It's a conical shaped structure that's 8 feet tall high. and we lived in it. It's a
But
fucking
did you
SoCal
include
teepee.
The
It's a
indoor view.
SoCal teepee.
It's 3 sleeping bags.
We're not killing many buffaloes down in Santa Barbara in 1986.
There are.
all right?
There's fucking
With
buffalo
your
down
fucking
there.
harsh definitions of what a teepee has to be.
Oh my god, she's a little.
No, I mean, some people have said that. There's palm trees in the background. The teepee is made of palm fronds, but no one.
To me, it's a
Sitting
lean-to.
Bull never said
How
that
long
a
did you
teepee
live in
had to
that
be-
shit, dude?
I would live in it on the weekdays when I was tired from the parties at UCSB, Isla Vista, where the teepee was on the outskirts of. I would go in hard for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday parties.
I've seen
with
you.
a fanny pack full of dirt weed.
Right.
And I would sell as much dirt weed and drink as much booze as I could drink. And then during the week, I would go out and rest and regenerate.
Judd,
teepee.
you
down at
really
the
need to
teepee.
look at these photos because
I
I
did.
went through
It
them.
sounds like I do.
And I thought there might have been like a few like partitions or sheets or something.
Well, there was shade areas, there was cooking areas. It was a whole field of just
Teepees?
No,
People
inside the
living-
teepee.
Oh, no, we just
It was sparse.
We just slept in there.
Oh, okay.
And masturbated.
No, I mean,
You're gonna
I
tell
was-
me you
I
didn't
was-
masturbate in
I
your
was
teepee?
sleeping next to my sister, so no, John.
Oh, that's
we're not
weird.
like that.
That's
well,
weird.
You aren't actually my uncle.
Yeah, thank God.
Otherwise,
I'd shoot myself. If I was your uncle.
it's early.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, it was just a simple teepee. We lived in there. My mom used to walk around.
Was it like a cult or a commune?
No, it was a decision my mother made.
It was
when
a decision.
My mother read an article about this stuff called radon, which apparently was an epidemic back in Santa Barbara back in the day. And it supposedly came out of your ceiling insulation, they thought.
Is it like
And gave you-
asbestos?
like asbestos, but it came out of your ceiling and gave you cancer. The cancer was probably coming from asbestos instead of radon.
Right.
But there was this big, in 1988, this big fear against this
Of
shit
radon.
called radon. And my mom read that article and said, that's it.
Fuck, I'm out of here.
We're out of here. We're moving outside. And everyone went out.
There's
and
no radon
into-
outside?
So just in the yard, you're basically camping in your yard?
No, it was in a field behind Francisco Torres dorms where I think Gwyneth Paltrow or some people lived. Like, it was a very fancy,
Wow.
like kind of UCSB dorm life.
We got
John has something to say.
No, yeah,
John
FT.
Brown.
It's a Francisco Torres is the name of the
FT.
dorm.
It's
They
a-
called it FT for what the
Fucking
fuck
titties.
tower. No, it was the
fun
fuck
tower.
towers.
I'm sure there's
The
a lot
fuck
of
towers?
places you can go.
because it was a dormitory for CESB. It was a
Yes.
scandalous
And
place.
So it was the
teepee-
fuck tower.
Co-eds for co-eds.
The teepee was 200 yards away from that. But
Wow.
you couldn't tell because if you wanted to get to the teepee, you had to walk through dirt that would sink up over your ankles and your
But
shoes or climb a fence. So it was kind of hard to get to. So it was perfect world, protected. No one ever happened upon it. And if they did, they didn't really care.
Yeah, it was
Where
cool.
did you
They-
cook
they-
stuff? Where did you shower? Where did you...
My mom we would shower at a UCSB gym. And at one time
Right,
I
right.
had to hit a guy
That's
in the
what I
head.
was gonna say.
One time I had to hit a guy in the head with a skateboard because he was watching me whacking off. So it wasn't the safest
Wait, was he
lifestyle.
whacking off or you whacking off?
I mean, maybe both, but I wasn't whacking off to him. I wasn't whacking off to him. I was just trying to have my own whack session. And he decided to join in. And so I chased him and hit him in the back with my skateboard, and I didn't see him. So it wasn't a perfect lifestyle. I mean,
No, it doesn't
we
sound
probably
like it.
would have preferred something different, but mother was a single mom of 3 kids, and she had to make compromises.
I mean, my mom slept on the kitchen floor forever, and she was a single mom of 3 kids. Linoleum is not really good for the back.
I much prefer the teepee, actually. Most of my sleeping surfaces as a youth, though, were varied from sheet metal to burlap covering cardboard. I mean, it wasn't perfect in that way, but the evening air and the stars in Santa Barbara
Made it all better.
It was amazing. And my mom would, she took very much care to make it hygienic. It took her half the day to make it so because it's more difficult. And we would, we shit in a hole, but it was 50 yards away from the teepee.
Right.
And it was a deep hole for a while till after Thanksgiving and
Filled up.
Taco Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And we'd sprinkle lime on it, and it was pretty clean, actually. I look back fondly on it. There were struggles and stuff, but
Right.
it was amazing. And also, I was a punk rock skateboarder, surfer. It was Isla Vista in the heyday of a perfect Southern California beach town. It was amazing. It was the advent of ecstasy being introduced to the college population of America. I mean, it was an amazing time to be alive, and I don't regret anything. But yeah, it was a little odd to be living in a teepee and to.
You think do you think that led to what Justin Scales became over the last 10 years or so?
I would say the 10 years that I lived in Isla Vista, California, affect me and made me who I am more than any other time in my life. I feel that I do things every day, and I'm like, that was an IV decision, which is usually like, whatever Mel Gibson would do in a movie or.
Right.
Yeah, my boyfriend yelled at me the other day because I didn't throw my floss away. It wasn't dirty, but I just set it back down.
He's just jealous because he hasn't flossed since '94.
Well, he was like, why didn't you throw it away? You use it. I was like, yeah, but I didn't want to waste it. It's not dirty. It's not broken.
I can do it again.
I'm going to use it to choke you later when you sleep, you unflossing bitch.
No, he flosses, but he doesn't realize you can use it more than once.
Well, some people are weird about that.
I grew up extremely poor, so you keep it till it's gross.
I get that.
Well, yeah, people who grew up in the Depression, even though things got better.
She comes from an island in Alaska that didn't have TV. Well, they did.
Wow. So you would probably
you
love
need to
this
put your foot in the toilet and have a tinfoil hat.
I was raised by a legally blind single mother of 3 living in a trailer in Alaska. She was also a fisherman until she had her neck fused.
That's funny because Moshe Kasher thinks he's a big deal because he had deaf parents, but he was living in the Bay Area. I think you could probably take him out on that.
Oh, yeah, I could.
Yeah, she's pretty
fancy. I grew up in Oakland.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
that.
Hard.
I grew up in Alaska.
And moved to the Tenderloin.
Yeah. Pretty much the same, right?
So, yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. Just no snow.
Just louder.
Yeah.
Just people mumbling, thinking God's talking to them.
Oh, no, they sing. They've been having little sing-song sessions lately.
Oh, no.
I don't know what's in the drugs, but they're singing, and it's annoying.
Well, I think it's drugs.
What's in the drugs? It's not just the drugs.
No,
because
it's
their normal
the
drugs are sleeping. But all these heroin people all of a sudden are awake at 3 a.m. singing, and then they go.
Well, do you think that it's because of that the sun just never comes up? I mean, so people.
I'm talking
don't
about
know
here in
how
the
to
Tenderloin.
schedule? Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
The sun never comes up over there.
Ain't no sunshine in the loin.
There is for 2 hours. Come on.
Yeah.
I work over there. I don't want to say exactly where because I have haters, and they might go on Yelp because they're cowards.
Yeah, I don't say where because I live first floor street side, and I've had a rock through my window.
I work in the Tenderloin, and it's pretty. It's getting worse.
I mean, if you're turning tricks, why the Tenderloin?
Yeah, no one has any money. You're doing it for $20.
Yeah,
or
you
drugs,
don't.
or the promise
$20.
of drugs.
Not $20. It's like 10.
Well, why do you
know,
think,
John?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Do you think that the
I don't go to the Tenderloin.
The Tenderloin seems to be protected from gentrification because it's so gnarly? So in that way, has it been able to remain?
I don't know.
No, it is being gentrified as fuck.
They actually condensed it down to a 4-block radius.
I think I work in that radius.
Yeah.
I've been in the same building for 13 years, and there was a flux out of these people standing on the street on Hyde Street, and it was clear for years. And then we got a new police chief, and all of a sudden the Tenderloin's been shifted over. It's not that it's gone, or that it's just all the people on the street have shifted over to Larkin and Hyde and closer to Polk. And because of the fancy
long way around because it was roped off several blocks. Someone had hit and run a cop or something.
There's been multiple cops being run over in the last week.
Oh, so that's the thing.
I recently downloaded the Citizen app, and if you live in San Francisco, it's kind of hilarious. Down at
well, they have poop apps, like an app where you can see where the most human feces is.
Citizen app is like cops and shit. So downtown today at my office, I saw some naked man at 7-Eleven.
That's
naked
common
man
at 7-Eleven, though. I mean,
with attacking a lady with a pipe and then a small electrical fire.
You know when you go into 7-Eleven that it's probably not going to be just the taquitos that are going to kill you.
But it's downtown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. This city is, why are people clawing their way to get into this city when it's just like fucking Night of the Living Dead.
Well, the homeless, we give them a check.
I live up on a hill, and the zombies get tired after a block and a half.
They can't make it up
turn
there.
Back around.
I live up on a hill,
I
too.
pay $1,000 extra. I used to live 2 blocks from here on 7th and Folsom. And the wife, the girl I eventually married, she wouldn't even. I had to go to her house every night and pedal uphill buzz to get laid, like uphill.
You
for
learn
4 miles,
that you go
and I barely
uphill
had
and they can
anything
make it
left
up.
by
Right.
the time I got there.
That's why she
And,
wanted you to go all that far, so she didn't have to hear you talk. You just have sex, pass out.
Well, it is a radio show. That's what I came here to do. But yeah, I do talk a lot. That's for sure. I think that's.
I mean, I know how women think. We want you to shut the fuck up.
Really?
Wow. Look at John over
No,
here
not all
with
the
his
time.
fucking drunk side eye.
I just.
Oh no!
I-
I was walking up from the BART station and I saw these two, and I saw them having a little interchange of should we? Yeah, let's go to the bar. Even though he had a bottle and.
Oh, the bar is
Well, having a
it's
bottle
welcoming.
already has never been a prohibitance to
Going into a bar.
He had to hide it.
You might. Yeah, she saw.
Did you
I tried to
keister
walk
it?
into the bar 10 minutes ago with
with
my
the
beer
bar
in my hand, and
then the big
What's the
big
little
guy.
guy's name again? I was forgetting his name.
Fuck, I don't remember.
we probably don't want to out him.
Yeah, no.
As a
No,
fan
he's
of the
really
show.
gentle. He's very nice.
We should just let the fans of the show be the fans of the show.
Exactly,
without
there you
saying
go.
names. Like I didn't want to tell where I work.
Yeah, me
Well,
either.
we do like to talk about where we drink.
Yeah,
Mr.
so
Smith's.
it's about that time.
Yeah.
I'm drinking right here. I don't know what your pussy's.
We're
smelling
We're
for.
getting ready to take you up next door and have a shot, and then we'll come
Again.
back here, and then we'll do our last little hurrah here.
Yeah.
Maybe go another half hour or hour. I don't know, but we'll do definitely do another half hour.
Yeah.
So
Jerry Lewis Telethon.
yeah, that's it. Fuck yeah, motherfucker. So we're gonna take a short break. Go up and support our local bar, and we'll be right back with Justin Scales, and we'll be talking about his book, The Goat Lady. I'm John Miller.
I'm Ashley Russell.
We'll be back here in a few on the free.
Now, what we have here is the ability to communicate.
I wanted to have another child, but her uterus was polluted from all the syphilis.
You bastard!
If you experience increased gambling, sexual, or other intense urges,
It's the John Miller Program, live from San Francisco.
I don't know if I'm alive, but I do have a really cool credit card. I'm John Miller.
I'm Ashley Russell.
We were just talking about my credit card. I got an Amazon Prime card, and it's made out of metal. And Justin and I were just talking about how much coke we cut up with it back in the day, but they were just plastic back then.
Yeah, but did he really ruin the plastic that bad?
Oh, yeah, dude, that would cut coke much better.
You have an Amazon Prime credit card?
Yeah.
How many of my books did you buy with that?
I haven't
before
bought
came
one
here?
yet. You're going to give me a copy, right?
Yeah, right. You fucking presumptive motherfucker. I am, but
He did not even read
Jesus
your little
Christ.
synopsis, your little 2 paragraphs. He didn't read those.
You have a whole
That's
2
all
paragraph?
right.
I saw it.
I know John Miller. He likes to go in raw.
Right. That's the way to go.
Go and drive.
Yeah. And no lube. How's that feel, bitch?
I don't know, because I slapped your dick away and fucking ran.
Anyway, I guess what's going on? Are you still here? Yeah, John Brown is here. He's got a problem with me.
Yeah, it's because he was asking
have
you
a problem.
questions
Doesn't
about
everybody?
your little.
That's
your
what
little,
makes you so adorable.
John
You
Miller.
delete him on Facebook, and I don't get that.
John
It's like 3 clicks to delete me.
No, I reformat.
John Miller. He wanted to know what this was.
I
this,
left
this
Facebook.
little
You want that?
He wanted to know what it was.
It's municipal.
John Brown went off Facebook and made it a whole new account.
Wait, did I tag the wrong John Brown?
Sometimes you got to do that just to start new.
Oh, dude, if I did that, I'd lose like almost 5,000
Honestly,
friends.
I'll tell
I'm
you
not
what
going
it
to do
was.
that.
It's just that
They're not your real friends.
I like to go on Facebook to see pictures of people's travels. I don't really want to hear people's personal opinions about political commentary. It's something I don't care
I don't
about.
do political rants ever.
I
like
never
a
said you
libertarian
did,
in
John.
the
I was
Bay
just
Area.
saying in general, I deleted my account because I was friends with so many comics who just always want to
Assholes?
talk.
Yeah, I
they
get
just
it.
always
I get
want to talk about it.
I
and
get
it's,
it.
I
did a purge like that a couple months ago where I was just like delete, block. I did that. I did the same thing.
Wait, John,
did
did
the
I
purge.
tag the wrong John Brown then?
You might have.
What do you mean for the show?
Yeah.
No, don't tag
It's
him.
important to
hopefully,
purge
'cause I'm
on
not-
Facebook from time to time.
He'll block the tag.
No, here's the point: is that I just wanted to refresh because I stopped watching all television. I stopped looking
What?
at all social media.
Did you become a?
But John, all I post is boobs and dogs and used to be cats.
You love
That's
boobs.
cool. So
No,
don't
he
take it
cut
personally.
everybody.
I'm
He
saying
started
generally,
over.
it's just everybody.
Oh,
I'm
I
friends
did
with, like,
take it
2,000
personally.
comedians.
I did. I did take it personally. Sorry.
Honestly, I
John
didn't know
Miller's
that.
a sensitive guy.
I
He
remember
shouldn't
I was
purge
like,
that.
I sent you a message that says, "What the fuck, dude? Why'd you delete me as a friend?"
You know why, John?
You got to
Yeah.
purge on Facebook, man. I just purged the other day. Every time I saw someone say, "Rest in peace, Barbara Bush," delete. I got rid of 50 motherfuckers.
Dude, I have right now. I think I have about 1,000 people that are in the block category. If I would let those loose, I'd have over 5,000 friends. But these are the worst of the worst people out there that have been blocked by me. And
I prefer to just unfollow them. That way, they still have to read my shit.
that's a good idea. But they come at me because I have something that they never come up with, and they're pissed, and they're But you got that book.
How did you get a radio? How did you afford all this, John? Did you make a bunch
Drug
of money
sales.
in tech or something?
Drug sales.
No Microsoft action.
Oh, really? You were one of the first guys in on that?
I've been doing internet broadcasting since 1996.
Okay, so that doesn't explain Google.
Well, after that long length
Let's
of time.
interview John. He's used to asking us questions.
No.
You're on the fucking hot seat now.
No,
motherfucker.
I've heard all these answers.
She's already heard the answer,
All right.
so she can give a fuck. But god damn,
There's
look
lots
at the
of
rat.
drugs, lots of he had Arizona, he was kicked out of Arizona, lots of drugs, strip clubs, more drugs,
More drugs.
strip clubs, stroke,
More drugs.
dog, cat.
I get kicked out of bars. You get kicked out of states. Although Arizona kind of is a pussy.
I did get
I probably would get kicked out of there
How
too.
many
if I
wives
spent
have you
more than
had?
Me?
One.
Just one.
He
Because
can't
had
just-
lots.
I've had 3.
how do you have any money left then?
I'm good at hiding my money.
They only
You just gotta know how to shelter your money, motherfucker.
All right.
That's it.
Anyway,
I've
had 0 wives.
So we're here to talk about you, Justin Scales, and I was texting you a story that happened I think it was 9 years. Oh, it was more than that because
Yeah,
the
you
station.
claim I got us
the
kicked out of a
station.
bar.
The station is 10 years old, so it's gotta be about 12 years ago.
You claim that I got us kicked out of a bar.
No, I don't. Dude, I put you in the position to get us kicked out. We were on the. It was me and
that would be a first.
It was
I usually am pretty good at
It was
doing that
myself and Candy Chirilla. And you might remember it by the lesbian who came jumping in the studio and just landed on top of Candy, and they ended up in the bathroom for 15 or 20 minutes.
Just because she has sex with a girl doesn't mean she's a lesbian.
But either way, so we go into this
I
bar.
agree with that. If you fuck a guy in the asshole, you're definitely gay.
No.
There's no going back, right? You suck a dick, there's no going back.
You do a little scissor sistering on a fucking Wednesday. I feel like that's just
I'll
normal
counteract that.
college
Just
shit.
sisterhood.
It's just college shit.
If you
But a guy to take
Okay,
a
so
dick, you have to be.
Let's
really
go back
into
to
it.
the story, though. We
Sorry.
left from that show at Pirate Cat Radio, and we went to the bar. It was up on Mission, over the Mission. It was like a block.
That narrows it down to 40 places I'm not allowed.
Right, exactly. Well, we kind of got kicked out of there, but we went to this bar, and we'd all been drinking, hammered out of our mind, going to this bar, and we start drinking again. But we get there and there's no bartender. So I look at it, it's like, you can bartend. And he was like, yeah, I can. So I'm like, go get the fuck back there and give us some drinks. And you go behind the bar and you start serving. And there was this black guy as big as the fucking building came out and kicked us out.
Was he mad because I started making you your requested sex on the beach?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think he was like, we
it
don't
was something
have
like that.
enough sugar for that.
It was pretty funny.
Well, that... I don't know.
But
that sounds like a normal Monday for
right,
me.
It was a Sunday.
So speaking of scissors,
what?
I went to a camp out this weekend, and it was really fucking cold up in Santa Rosa. And me and my friends,
Two girls, really?
We weren't actually scissoring. We were on a couch, staying warm, and
it just happened.
Lots of alcohol and drugs happened to where the boyfriend thought his girlfriend was scissoring with me.
Oh God!
Even though she and I were just passed the fuck out on each other's heads. So in the morning, she's like, we broke
He's
up
probably
for a
over
second.
there going,
he sounds like a pin dick, and she's better off without him.
In the morning, I went to him. I was like, hey, scissoring isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah. Can you imagine looking at two girls who are scissoring? This is like some experimental summer camp 12-year-old shit. It happened once.
Like
why is it a term?
Still waiting for it to happen.
See, the zenith of white privilege.
Right,
Guys
exactly.
think that lesbians do that together.
You're there when you see that.
I don't know.
No?
Too much porn.
Oh, well.
When I think of scissors, I think of my wife, school teacher wife, can't afford those for her
Is
kids.
she left-handed?
I am.
I am.
I always feel
Is
bad
that
for
bad?
left-handed kids with
Yeah,
scissors.
the green-handled scissors was not...
Are they actually green for left? Are they green for
I
left?
never actually saw a green-handled pair of scissors in my life.
Well,
I've heard they
what
exist.
color? What color would be a left-handed scissor?
It's green handles.
For
it's
left.
supposed to be for left-handers.
All right.
Depending on what decade you're born in.
And when you're a real left-hander, you realize that all kinds of tools are actually designed for right-handers.
Well, yeah, they all are.
It's the unspoken for minority, really.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm a white heterosexual male, so I'm not allowed to complain about anything. But if you knew my left-handed pain, it's real. The
Okay,
pain is
can
real.
your left hand hold your book while you read a passage of your book?
How is it to masturbate left-handed? Is it different than the right hand?
For
Not
me,
left.
it's not.
Do you go with right or left at that point?
If it's your left hand, then yeah, it's different.
No, I'm not my right hand.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm just trying to.
He likes talking about masturbation.
It's kind of a go-to, like part jokes and.
Where's the oddest place you've ever jerked off?
There you go. All right, let's hear
Jail.
it. Yeah, me too.
I had to use the mayonnaise from my hamburger.
Oh,
And,
But
and
what did
I
you-
had to jack
Mayonnaise?
off. I had to jack off to a drawing of a corset in the Webster's dictionary.
But did you have a cellmate?
Wow.
No, it was juvenile hall. They put us in the same cell for 23 hours a day. People would be very surprised to know that in Santa Barbara County, that they put in juvenile hall, you're in a cell, an 8x6 cell for 23 hours a day.
Did you
That's
call it
technically solitary confinement.
Right.
And everyone's all surprised that shit's happening in fucking Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah,
but
well-
what if people knew that that's just what any teenager for yelling at his mom the wrong way at the store has to see in his future?
Did you yell at her about her teepee?
No, I think I feel like that would be acceptable and cool.
Do you remember what it was about?
What are
What
you talking
caused
about?
you to get into juvie doing the...
Oh, many things.
Yeah, see? Like,
I mean,
three strikes you're
I
out.
bit a cop on his face.
But you said yelling at your mom. I want to know what you yelled at
No,
your mom
that was a hypothetical
Oh, okay.
situation.
Right.
That didn't happen.
I don't see him yelling at his mom.
No, I mean, she's
That's
cool,
not
man.
Justin.
I would beat people up for yelling at my mom.
There you go.
The time when the manager of the food co-op accused her of shoplifting at the Isla Vista Food Co-op because she used to carry around a basket that was covered all the time. And on this actual occasion, there was some orphaned possums that my sister had found in the field the night
Dinner.
before. And the manager said, "Let me see in your basket, lady. Let me
All
see
right,
your
here's some
basket."
dead possum.
No, they're orphan
And he
possums.
opened up orphan possums that my
Oh,
sister
they're
had found.
alive.
And so he lifts up the little blanket that my mom had on top of the basket, and all these little orphan baby possums go,
showing their
and he fucking freaks out and runs back in the store. Didn't talk shit to her again. And I had to go there and yell at him for it as he's tearing up boxes for organic oatmeal out in the driveway, and said, "Hey man, I guess you shouldn't. You're probably not going to be looking in ladies' belongings anymore, huh?" And then I went with jazz hands. I went. That poor old hippie. He thought he was hippie and out. No, my mom would out hippie the hippies in Santa Barbara. These hippies thought that they were all cool and shit because they were paying extra for organic.
She out hippied them.
Yeah, she out hippied the hippies, man.
That's awesome.
Can you tell your mom that photo you posted of her wedding day, she looked ravishing?
Yeah, she was pretty hot goat lady.
Oh, so you're getting ready to read something out of your book, The Goat Lady Son.
Yeah, I could read you guys a story from it.
We would love to hear a story.
I mean, I don't want to choose chapters, so I'll just.
Can I have the book and just open one? Yeah, give it to her. Let her pick the. Let her
flip to any chapter.
Yeah, all right.
Because a lot of like albums.
Okay, how many chapters?
They're all short chapters because I know that the readers have ADHD.
My best friend and I, when we were traveling together, we'd play this airport game where we would. This is back in the early '90s before internet, so we'd go to the bookstore and just flip until someone. John Brown, when you say stop, I'll stop.
Stop.
There you go. Okay. Justin Scales,
all right.
The Goat Lady.
Paris Junior High. I have to get up at the crack of dawn because the closest junior high is 40 minutes towards Riverside on a bus that does way more dirt road miles than asphalt. The whole place looks like shit. I imagine the town of Riverside's founding to be a lowbrow affair, taking place immediately after an afternoon Indian massacre in the mid-1800s. Some fat piece of shit tying a scalp to his belt, licking the dust off his molester mustache, addressing his minions, which are really just some twin brothers that have 11 toes and half a brain between the two of them, plus a reputation for screwing anything that moves. Crappily. Listen up, guys. We raped and pillaged our way through Tijuana. San Diego was full of guys way better than us. Now, even though there ain't no water or fun to be ever had in this place, we could bring some class to it. Let's call this place we just discovered underneath these dead Indians we just killed. Let's call it Paris. Give it a European flavor. How did them Frenchies spell it? P-E-R-R-I-S? Yeah, that's it. Paris was a little town in Riverside where I went to high school for a year when I lived with my asshole dad. 150 years later, and things have gotten steadily worse, like the futures market against the savage and poor usually do. When I get my turn with the place, there is a new miracle drug called crack that's just been invented. My school is covered in it, and the teachers don't even know what it is yet. The miracle it provides is that it makes families disappear. We're one of only 2 or 3 white kid buses from the cow country, and the bus driver just opens the door with an abandoned hopefulness of a, good luck with that bullshit. I'll pick up whoever is still alive at 3:30. At lunch, a black kid comes up to me with his buddy and sticks a dead frog in my burrito. I just look at it for a long time and then tear the tip off the burrito, squirt the last shot of my hot sauce pack on it, and chomp into it in the hopes that I look like something tougher than a punk bitch. They're gone already, laughing that I might be a potential punk for him to fuck with all year. I've never had someone call me a white piece of shit before, and I gotta admit, it kind of stings. First year, I learned how to run real fast. Second year, I learned how to fight real good. For a skinny dude, I proved how to have a bit of a knack for it. Watching the world shit on your mom's face for a while really helps. My father tries to crush everything about me that's like my mom, my compassion, my artistic leanings. As for my requirements, I'm only willing to use the parts of him and my mom that are good. That's evolution, right? But it's always, oh no, if you're going to be a Scales, you got to drop that sensitive shit, boy. Some kid hits you with a backpack, you hit him back with a trash can.
Fuck yeah.
I get suspended for doing pretty much that. So what does Dad do? He spanks me with a specially designed paddle that he's drilled holes into. This is to suck up extra butt meat for pain.
I know that.
Fuck you, John, you fucking
I know that. I know that.
That's on the book.
I know that.
It's because you got caught, boy. Whack! The skin sucks into the paddle holes. Slurt! It's because you got caught. Whack! Slurt! Whack! Slurt! My summer visits have always been just a primer course for the real program. If I'm going to be a real Scales, I got to be, how old am I, 14? I have 14 years of catching up to do. It becomes clear that I'm not so much going to be raised as I'm going to be repaired. My dad instantly goes about exploiting my childish lack of resources like a new boyfriend that knows why you got all your shit with you. I have a goosebumped head and a couple bruised knuckles and an ass with a bunch of red circles. I've completed orientation. Now it's Dad's turn. I show up to the dinner table claiming to be a new waiver one night. This'll chop his ass. We're having fried chicken, Pillsbury buttermilk biscuits, peas, and vitamin D milk out of jelly jars fresh and frosty out of the freezer. I sit down with the safety pin driven through my left ear. I'd put it there the night before, almost painlessly at the excitement of how my dad would react to it. If I'm going to have any power in this house, I'm going to have to call every one of that fucker's bluffs and then some. I'd have to really open up on this guy first semester. Heavy. The prior few days at school had given me my strategy. The hottest girl in school, the hottest white girl, being the only kind of girl I could ever talk to without being instantly beat up. The prettiest girl that I might actually be able to realistically trick into diverginating me is a new waiver. It's a new scene. The competition for her affection isn't stiff yet. Being a new waiver has natural setbacks for the guys. The fashion is even worse than for the skinheads. But if you could see Carrie Moran that morning, when she stared at me in her skin-tight, acid-wash jeans and her neon plastic jacket and Sheila E. hair, I look at her for the first time, and she doesn't look away disgusted. She even smiles and looks back again and almost winks in my direction, I think. I accept that the clothes are bad, but if you could see this girl, the only oasis I've seen since coming here, you'd understand. And the music? The Cure isn't bad. Depeche Mode, Violent Femmes are good. Boingo Boingo has some songs. I have a cassette tape of Suicidal Tendencies on standby for when I need a change up. A big reason for doing it is to freak the shit out of my dad. So if there's a hot girl that has to... something going on?
No.
If there's a hot girl, you might as well sign me up. Next thing you know, I'm writing Depeche Mode Forever on my hand with a magic marker and jamming a safety pin through my earlobe, stealing my stepmom's hairspray, and showing up to do the dinner table with my hair all straight up on one side, crashing down on the top of my head like the flock of seagulls guy. Dad just sits there, trying to pretend he didn't just shit a brick in his mind. We begin a duel of death. You raised my flesh-sucking paddle with two Morrissey records? Huh?
Wow.
I gotta end this stupid game before it really gets going, Dad. We say this to each other through furrowed brows, our usual form of communication. You want to play chicken? I wouldn't do that. I know you have to point up and shoot right before we kill each other. I seemed sure of this at the time. Plus, I'm the evolution of you. How you gonna win? Why do you hide your heart still at this late time in life, old man? Then the first real words are spoken. Get that safety pin out of your ear, boy. No way, man. Get it out before I grab it out. Should I just rip it out right now, I wonder? Eat it like a fucking skewer? This guy gets me stewed, man. Maybe tomorrow I'll come in the living room in red, furry, assless chaps. I bet people have become fake gay just to get revenge on their dad, man, because they know it might give them a real heart attack. You have to hate someone a whole lot to take an unwelcome visitor in your puckered sockeye. Just to win a round of mental death poker with Dad. That's conviction! Hey, Dad, I see your forced labor, and I raise you a black boyfriend named Daryl. Oh, shit! Then I'll raise up my fucking furry, assless chaps, revealing a Silence of the Lambs mangina. You know, with a penis tucked behind me. He won't piece it together. He won't piece it together. He'll have a stroke. That'll fix that old jackass's wagon. I want to smash the salad bowl on his fucking face. Use the salad tongs to stretch out that tongue over the dinner table and spit on it before ramming a steak knife through it. Right at the dinner table for my little sisters to see. They would cheer Dad on the outside, but me on the inside, leaping up on their chairs and smashing crockery. Yelling, "What's the matter, old man? You can't take it? Get his ass! What's the matter? Getting old?" He starts bustling with pride whenever he sees my sisters act like the alpha wolves he's raised them to be. This would make him cry with joy. We're at DEFCON 4, where it almost comes to that a few times. I never attack my father, and he never beats me too bad. So what if the guy designed and tried to patent multiple utensils designed to hurt children? I don't end up devouring my own ear off the safety pin that night. It'll only be giving him what he wants. Are you kidding? He'd love it. If he was in a bad mood at the dinner table, he knew exactly what to say to barbecue my goat. So your mom's still on that welfare shit? Fucking food stamps and shit? Oh man, you were smart to get out of that shit. We seen those poor motherfuckers ripping it out like big lottery tickets out of a big pack. Huh. Yo mama jokes hurt worse when it's your dad telling them, people. Especially when he says, your mama's labia is so purple, Prince wrote a song about it.
Oh, shit.
It hurts deep. You just don't screw around with the guy's mom or even talk about it. She's the only one that'll die for you and means it. Your roommate will sell you out for an ounce of weed. Your best friend for a piece of ass. But your mama will jump in front of a train for you. And my dad wants to verbally put a cigarette out on her image. That's an instant beat down, Dad. It don't say anywhere in the rule book Dad gets a free pass on that. 10 years later, when I'm 25, we're sitting at that same table. After not seeing or speaking to each other for 10 years, drinking different milk out of the same jelly glasses, biscuits and handkerchiefs, faded now this much later, but folded the same way. It could have been a nice reunion, and this motherfucker wants to start up again. I drove up there after you got arrested trying to fight them cops drunk. You remember? When you were 16? I rode into that police station and said, any of you guys know J.C. Scales? Every cop in there came running up to me to say what a little criminal you were. They thought I'd drive you back to Riverside. Fat chance of that. You remember how that shit went down? Yes, Dad. You drove up to Santa Barbara, came up to Juvenile Hall, picked up the little phone in the plexi booth, and you said, I got it all set up so you can join the Army. And I said, hell no. And you instantly got up, hung up the receiver, and huffed out with your legs in front of the rest of your body like Mr. Magnum fucking P.I. Yeah, I remember that day. Then he goes on to say, you know what else they told me? They said you guys was out there living in a cave or something on the beach. You guys were really doing that? Living out in the sand? Son, why did you leave the ranch? Because of what just happened, Dad. And the million other times it's happened at this dinner table. And because I wasn't going to just abandon my mom no more. Moving here was just a way to try to get a crash course in business and see how the other half lives for a while. Balance some more time with you because you too are my family. I didn't know in advance that the sacred hour of dinner time would end each night not with a fireside story, but with a barrage of grudges and psychological domination techniques. The only reason I stayed as long as I did was, hey, maybe that's how you get money. You turn on the anger off and on and like a faucet. I'll learn how to just turn mine on during business hours and save some kindness for my family. Some people just can't pull out a fifth gear at the end of the day. High burn till Miller time. I ain't greedy. I just want a cabin for my mom with room for a big garden. My dad goes on high intensity all the time, just on pure anger. But it's cost him. He's never had a heart attack or stroke, even with all those Marlboros he smokes, but he's smoking them angry. Anger can preserve people for years and years, a chance to hate for tomorrow. My father will probably outlive us all, but for what?
Wow.
That's it.
God, your dad's a dick.
Yeah.
He was a dick, but he loved me. He was just trying to teach me how to survive in what he saw as a harsh, harsh world.
So
we get that from our dads, and we get the sensitivity.
I didn't have
from
a dad.
I didn't have a dad either.
Well, now you're probably thinking maybe that's not so bad.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to tell them how to find this book and where you're going to be doing. Are you still doing stand-up anymore? Or
I stopped doing that.
Yeah, all right.
John.
We'll talk. We won't talk about that shit then. We'll be back here in a couple minutes. We're going to go run upstairs, have a drink.
I mastered it. I moved on to the next.
Yeah, exactly. I get that.
This now.
And we'll be right back. I'm John Miller.
I'm Ashley Russell.
And we'll be back here in a few on the free.
Take FCC Free Radio with you anywhere. Just pull out your smartphone. We're on TuneIn Radio and Stitcher apps. Go to your app store, download the free app, and search for FCC Free.
Don't just listen to music, experience it. Wells Audio manufactures and sells a full range of home audio equipment to take your system to the next level. And it's all built right here in the US of A. Find out more at www.wellsaudio.com. Mention FCC Free Radio and receive 10% off of your purchase. Wells Audio. Listen with your heart.
The Little Black Egg. A great choice for your screen printing needs in the Bay Area. The Little Black Egg has experience and know-how when it comes to putting ink on garments. From t-shirts to tote bags, hoodies to hats, and everything in between. Competitive pricing, low minimums, and no maximums. San Francisco-based Little Black Egg can work with individuals and businesses and can get the garment and brand you want. Need screen printing? Find us on Facebook, Twitter, or through our website, thelittleblackegg.com.
You are listening to FCC Free Radio, San Francisco's #1 internet radio station. Make sure to tune into The Boro DJs, Saturdays at 6 p.m. in Studio 2B, only on FCC Free Radio.
Hello, this is Bob Dole. When I'm not taking Viagra and promoting Woody's, I'm watching the John Miller program. It's hard enough.
Why can't I stop being me, being so me, being just like me? Why can't I slip from the skin, this evil skin, the skin I'm in? I can't hang around with this guy anymore. I know all the things he's done before. If I had my choice, he wouldn't be who I'd be. But I don't, and I'm so fucking sick of me. Why can't I stop being me? There are much better people to be, people not like me. Why can't I slip from the skin into a much better skin than the skin I'm in? I can't hang around with this guy anymore. I know all the things he's done before. If I had my choice, he wouldn't be who I'd be. But I don't, and I'm so fucking sick of me. But I don't, and I'm so fucking sick of me. Why can't I slip from this skin, this evil skin?
I could have had a high colonic from Britney Spears or be John Miller's announcer. So, why am I here? They'll be right back. Oh, I always wanted to be an actor just like John Wayne would have been. He'd been an actor.
Don't wanna seem too eager to please. Do you now? Don't wanna swing with the greatest of ease. Do you now? You've got eyes behind your eyes that wanna see the same things that we all do, but you never let them shine. Don't wanna put it all out there to see. Do you now, or don't you know? Don't wanna seem like you meant it to be. Do you now, or don't you know? You got eyes behind your eyes that wanna see the same things that we all do, but you never let them shine. I know you're faking it, but I think you know the truth. You're trying hard not to be something other than you.
It's the John Miller Program, live from San Francisco.
I'd like to say, I love you, Klaus Fluoride of the Dead Kennedys, that's his band. Klaus Fluoride, can't wait to get you back here. I'm John Miller.
I'm Master Russell.
And we're on the JMP with, of course, my old time, I don't know if we're buds or not, but you know,
yes, John Miller,
he's a big fuck up like me, Justin Scales. And
well, I would say yes that I'm a kindred spirit to you, but I wouldn't say I'm as big of a fuck up as you. Because
yeah, I don't think you've humped a sign on the street.
Yeah, I did that.
I married a hot chick.
Yeah, you did.
Well, he married hot chicks and then made them.
I'm not rich.
He made them
not
miserable.
Rich either. Yeah, dude, I made him really.
I think
miserable.
you were rich, but you blew your money.
I didn't blow my money. I'm still kind of rich.
John had Google money. That's what you guys don't realize.
Kind of rich.
John had that Google money, and he fucking blew it.
Microsoft money.
Whatever.
I didn't blow it all. Look at this credit card. It's like
I went up to MC Hammer and I was like, "So you spent all the?" I'm like, "Right on." He thought I was going to insult him, and I was like, "No, that's my type of shit."
So
fucking, you'll get back.
His
You'll
entourage blew all. He
Right.
took care of his people,
Yeah.
and then he didn't realize how far it would
look,
go.
if you
care of his
research,
people.
he's getting it back now. Like everyone gets a resurgence tour.
I was within 10 feet of MC Hammer a few years ago at a show. It was really.
His hammer reaches 12 feet. So how did that feel?
It was breezy.
It was breezy.
Like throwing a tater tot down a chimney.
Or a hot dog down a hallway.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Hey,
It was near
Let's
my
try to end
face.
this classy. You
It
guys.
was near my face.
We're getting
not my
towards the end.
vagina.
Let's try to end it classy.
So we were talking about all the bones that you broke over the last couple of years. a few years.
Yeah,
And
you
the-
knew me
and-
through
and-
when you met me.
I did.
Was going through that.
You were fucking crippled when I met you.
I was on 10 morphine pills.
Dude,
a day.
you were like a fucking sea lion.
Wait, was he a junkie or actually broken?
No,
It's a
I
fine
shattered
line.
both my
It's
feet.
a
and
fine
I was
line.
performing in a wheelchair.
Yep.
One time I was at Brainwash Cafe, which is 2 blocks away from here, and I'm in a wheelchair, and some lady didn't like a joke I said,
Yep.
and I'm like, look at the lipstick lesbian's gonna fucking charge me. And fucking her and all her friends got up and like they were gonna, and Tony Sparks, God bless his soul. I don't like many comedians, but Tony Sparks
rocks.
is a legend.
Godfather of
Also,
comedy
look up
here.
Tom Rhodes, Arj Barker, Robert Hawkins. That most comics suck shit.
That's
Fuck
my
all of them.
Wait,
but
so
I like some
lesbians,
of them.
Robert Hawkins.
They charge
he's my
the stage?
soulmate. He's like my brother. I love Robert.
Well, that makes me like you even more than I
Love
already
that guy.
did.
He calls me every Thanksgiving.
Oh God! But what happened when the lesbians started the stage?
I fucking said, all right, looks like the boyfriend's going to try to do something. And I started trying to get up out of my wheelchair to defend myself, and I realized that my feet were shattered.
Right. You're not going anywhere.
So I grabbed the mic stand and said, okay, a bunch of chicks against a retard. It's fair. And I fucking started swinging the mic stand
classic
around,
Justin.
and fucking and Tony Sparks jumps in the middle and said, "That's all, sugar nasties. That's all, sugar nasties. Show's over."
I can see him doing that
God,
too.
I
Oh
wish
my
someone
God.
would have been videotaping that night.
Oh my
It was
God!
amazing.
Okay,
So, yeah, I
Tony,
was-
Tony Sparks, he's done so much for the comedy community here for so
Are
nothing.
you kidding?
So nothing.
For any comedy community.
Fuck yeah.
There has never been a greater sieve for human suffering
Exactly,
than
than Tony Sparks.
in anywhere in life ever. Mother Teresa can suck a dick.
I love Tony Sparks.
Tony
and
Sparks is the greatest.
it's like a
He's-
bromance.
No, I love him.
Yeah.
I
All right.
actually would do anything.
There you
for
go.
him. I wouldn't drive across the street to stab someone for anybody but Tony Sparks.
Fuck yeah,
and my wife.
I'll drive
That's
the
about
car.
it.
I'll drive the car. Simple as that.
I wouldn't advise that. I'm pretty sure the breathalyzer they've installed in there won't register properly for you.
All right. So you were going to read something else from me. You love the segment that.
Well, just
my
so that the
lovely
listeners,
co-host.
people who were just listening and weren't watching, I did allow her to fairly flip through.
She
and That
did.
was just a random chapter.
Until John Brown, who left,
Whatever.
called
Fuck that
stop.
guy. Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
fuck
But that's
that
a
guy.
game
But,
we
exactly.
used to play.
Whatever.
It was a
But
great
I
chapter.
wanted to demonstrate that so that because most albums have one or two good songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to allow someone to freely flip through the book to a random chapter.
And now
read
you
it.
want to
And
pick
now
a
you guys
chapter.
know that chapter was decent and it was a randomly flipped through chapter. So you know that my book has no fucking filler.
There you go.
But the book is called The Goat
The Goat
Lady's
Lady's
Son
Son.
and the Child Gladiators of Isla Vista. And all you have to do is search on Amazon The Goat Lady's Son, and you'll come across the book. It's affordably priced. I advise that.
$10.95?
But
$10.95?
the story I read was about my dad. The book is more
He wasn't
about...
really thrilled about that.
No, dude.
Oh, I
you
can't
also
wait
do
till
honor-
I can't wait till someone sends my book to that Trump voter's house. My piece of shit Trump voting dad. Please,
I would
someone
like-
send it to his house.
I would
it's
like to hear-
31800 Briggs Road, Sun City, California.
He knows the address.
And someone send my dad that book so he can read what a prick he is.
But now we're going to hear about your lovely mother.
Yes, I didn't want to leave the show without reading a story that really kind of reflects what I wanted to tell in the book. So here we go. Revenge of the Sorcerer-Hatted Guinea Pig. One day, my mom walks into the Espresso Roma Cafe as I'm talking to this hippie guy named Paris, a skinny guy with a wispy goatee and a tie-dyed Ultimate Frisbee shirt. I'm trying to get him to front me an ounce of weed. That fleeting minute, the minute I have this guy about to chomp down on the hook, my mom walks up to me with a fucking sheep on a leash into the cafe patio like, hey, I just thought I'd remind everybody that your family owns a small circus at the edge of town. And this sheep she has brought has a guinea pig on its back that my sister has trained to just live there. And the guinea pig has on a sorcerer hat that my mom has sewn for it. Let that visual sink in. and she's just hanging off to the side, waiting for me to notice her, as if everybody didn't notice her. Like you could fucking miss her. And I'm trying to sew the deal up, and the guy is getting weirded out because this lady just keeps looking over at us with a sheep and a guinea pig off to the side. Maybe he feels like she's trying to out-hippie him. He doesn't seem to like it. Finally, I wave her over and say, "You can't dog your mom, can you?" I say, "Hey, this is my mom. And this is our sheep. This is our sheep, Lucy." I forget the guinea pig's name. Meanwhile, the sheep ejects some pellets onto the cafe floor in disapproval of what's going on. The guinea pig in his sorcerer hat casting little spells to make the pot seedier. My mom, she says, "Bring your little friend over to the teepee later for dinner." To her, everyone I know is your little friend. You could be 40 and she's 36, and she'd still call you that. Dinner at the teepee consists of cooking a chicken wrapped in banana leaves at the bottom of a hole and eating it off of palm fronds. Peas are out of the question because they just rolled down the frond grooves. For forks, we use sharpened sticks. So my mom, she leaves, and this guy Paris I'm trying to get to front me a bunch of weed. He's like, "That's your mom? And you guys live in a teepee?" And I'm like, uh-oh. I think I might have to slap this hippie right now. And he's like, "Nah, dude, come over. Anything you want." That's the coolest shit I've ever seen. That's when I realized that the teepee thing can go both ways, like a Jaegered up sorority girl. To be honest, some girls are kind of into it and demand to be taken to see one of the teepees. Mom has built several by this time. Still, it's becoming a battle for my pride each day as my mother's local fame grows. I definitely am losing more shit-talking battles with all the obvious ammunition being supplied to the enemy. Sure, at the time, I think my mom's a little crazy. And there are still some hippies around from her generation in this area that resemble her, but they aren't really walking the walk. They drive Volvos and compost, but the true cost of being a revolutionary is more than just paying extra for organic. And anyone else, I would think it's heroic what she's doing, really. I would. But it's my mom. And she's all over town with these fucking animals, walking barefoot and shouting on the steps of Campbell Hall, preaching about the evils of plastic and exhaust while her sheep feeds on a nearby bush. What am I supposed to tell California beach hotties? That my family walks around a college town with a magical guinea pig who sits atop an unshorn steed? That we own a little mutton-busting space cowboy? And it rides a bunking bronco? I can't say sorry, Jenny. I'd love to go skinny dipping with you, but I have to train a broken-winged parakeet to sit on top of a guinea pig all day. We're animal stackers. No circus. We just like it. And remember, this is Santa Barbara, not Humboldt County, where we would have a support base. This isn't Cherokee Nation around here. This is the highly image-conscious city of Santa Barbara, where if your hoodie isn't OP or Quicksilver, babies will reach in their diapers and toss crap on you. Like little fashion-conscious zoo monkeys. Santa Barbara is so image-conscious, they invented anorexia. Except they call it something different. They call it, oh yeah, what is it? Oh yeah, she's hot. So as you can imagine, growing up in a place like this in a teepee makes me lamer than a space shuttle crash joke. Let me put it this way. Living in a teepee in Santa Barbara in 1989 would be like if today you moved to East Oakland with a mullet and a camper full of inbred babies. Aww. Hard to make friends. Oh, do you want a Finding Nemo blankie? Hard to make friends is what I'm getting at. My mom starts building teepees, which is fine. It's a lost art that begs for revival. But why here? Is this a place for a family who likes to host mid-afternoon guinea pig rodeos? Am I the only one who smells disaster looming? The abstract genius my mother is using to embarrass me makes Salvador Dali look like a photographer. Here's some things people have heckled with me. Bush Family Robinson, The Last Mo Freakin', TP Boy. I could go on. I feel the pain of the misunderstood suburban wigger. But try walking in the moccasins of the world's only Windian.
The Windian.
You ever poop in a hole? It doesn't make a 17-year-old feel very socially confident. I'm like, man, they're going to know I wiped my ass with an after-dinner corn cob. It's pretty much like my mom said. Hey, son, I was wondering what you would think if I just started doing the cucaracha on any dry humping chances you think you might currently have. La cucaracha, never gonna see the pussy again. People yell stuff at us, too, from cars. Well, it's a college town, so usually it's a few 19-year-old dudes, never just one. Cowards need their courage from other cowards, and after all. The goat lady's a dumpster diver. I'm still young, but I'm technically the man of the family, always at the edge of rage when the world dumps on my mom, yet powerless to buy the property RTP is on. I overhear people talking at random keg parties. Goat lady this. Goat lady that. And I run over, and I'm like, what are you saying about my mom, bitch? And I don't want to mention all the fights, because I'm trying to keep this relatively positive, but there were a lot. After midnight, everyone's issues come out, and it's easy to find a partner in violence. If you look down onto Del Playa Street on a roof on a Saturday night, you can see multiple fights going on at once, often with girls going at it too, whirling and twirling down the street like hurricanes. On bad nights, it can turn into a pheromone, testosterone, hormone, fail-to-the-bone frustration fest. Welcome to the hornet's nest. Excuse me, you are under arrest. Add this to the environment, to my reputation that my mom is earning for her family. My brain's a cauldron of confusion and doubt. After a while, the only way I can get laid is if the chick just moved to town today. Think of the poor girls who did sleep with me. You're the daughter of an Orange County sheriff off at college. You flunk your finals, beer bong, 8 Irish car bombs, and now you're waking up in a spare teepee, ball of sheep's wool, sticking to your mouth, sun baking you even through the palm fronds, and you're like, what is that, a fucking rooster with a paisley vest? That's gotta suck, Becky Wilson! So if anybody here wants to know how to cook a chicken in a hole, I can provide that knowledge. You got to cook it from the sides. Or if you want to know how to get hated on by most of an entire town, that's easy. Tell your mom where your hangout spots are so she can show up there with a 100-pound sheep on a leash. A sheep that has a sorcerer hatted guinea pig on its back. That's basically a vaginal ShamWow. It'll dry up even the wettest mess. Mother, of course, is right. We should live more naturally. We should commune with our fellow animals. But sometimes you need a modern fix for a modern problem. I'm afraid if she ever gets real sick, she's going to try to heal it with, like, some herb packs or something. Get me some dandelion leaves. But what if she does get a skin cancer mole or something, and she tries to just rub olive oil on it? Sun is good for your skin. Let's go out in the sun. She doesn't believe in science, you guys. Not just that, she believes the opposite of science. She wants to fight science. You could point at a rocket ship to her and she'd be like, that's a bunch of crap. They probably got a couple more guys in there breathing science air. Eating Tang instead of real juice. Tang is science juice. Science is laboratory chemicals. You can't improve on what God already made. Now let's put some olive oil on your skin and go play in the sun. Come back at noon. I'll slip a hummus sandwich through the teepee flap. Olive oil on my face in the Southern California sun, you guys. It's like basting a turkey with butter. When I was younger, by July 4th, people would come up to me speaking Spanish because they thought I was holding a taquito and my forehead was the color of a Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup. I'll admit a couple people in my mom's all-natural home methods are kooky. But so are your moms. You go home with a tiny scratch and she's spraying a half a fucking bottle of Bactine on it, which leaves a circle of gunk so chemically neon, it's not even on the goddamn color wheel. How good was that for you? I'll keep the fucking olive oil, bitch. Motherhood gives you opportunities to experiment. History has at least taught us that. We are, to a point, our mother's guinea pigs. And we're all here still, right? Aren't we? Moms are right most of the time. Play nice, don't tell lies. And if you get a cold, just step into the teepee. Mom's got an echinacea buffalo tendon blend that'll knock your socks right off. Oh, that's just my mom? You guys wussed out and took NyQuil? All right, whatever. I get worried because sometimes my mom won't listen to reason. The hospital's out. She won't set foot in one. Years from now, she'll deliver my sister's kid at their house, and I'm pretty sure she cut the fucking umbilical cord with a sharpened Elkhorn because hospitals have all those dirty chemicals in them. What dirty chemicals, Mom? Penicillin? The fuck? I get paranoid when we're eating lunch, man. I quietly inspect her face, and I see a little dark spot on her lip. And I'm like, does my mom have old lady melanoma herpes? Then her tongue darts out and nabs the pickle chunk. I try to argue, Mom, chemicals aren't necessarily bad. Some chemicals are good. That sandwich is chock full of chemicals. She's like, you're just like your fucking father. If my mom ever does get to growing a mole that looks weird, I've decided to just knock her out and give her the surgery myself. When it comes to melanoma, I'm vetoing my mom's right to experiment. The manual says I can do that. When mom's response is to cancer is dandelion leaves, mutiny becomes legal. I really think like this. So where would I give her the surgery? I can't do it at the teepee or my sister will fucking fuck it up. I'll have to follow her somewhere neutral, like the food co-op. When she sees me, I'll just be like, what's up, Ma? Just checking out the hemp shirts. Then I'll sneak up behind her and blammo! I'll get her in the back of the skull with some eggplants. Someone get me a potato peeler. We're going to save a life today, one layer at a time. This is a potential scenario in my nightmares, people. Are sons supposed to worry about the mortality of their moms like this? Isn't it supposed to be the other way around where she worries about me? Your mom shouldn't be trying to go West Side Story on DuPont and the pharmaceutical industries. The difference between the Sharks and the Socias don't apply to McDonnell Douglas Corporation, Mom. Especially when their switchblade is made of a B-2 bomber and yours is made out of a friendship bracelet and a pine cone. She wants to go back to the days when the Chumash Indians were running things around here. It's beautiful, really. But I obsess about if she really gets really sick and needs a doctor. You ever hug your mom real tight and try to feel around with your chest to see if she's got any titty lumps?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry you don't love your mom enough to cop a feel. Enough to give her a mammogram.
Justin Scales.
Thank you, guys. The Goat Lady Son on Amazon.com. It's for sale now. Thank you very much.
Amazon.com. The Goat Lady Son.
And the Goat Lady Son and the Child Gladiators of Isla Vista. But all you really need is the Goat Lady Son, though.
Yeah, they'll get you there.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking crazy.
Do you have a website or anything? You do anything outside of here?
TheGoatLadySon.com. Join the Goat Lady Son Memoir on Facebook.
Wait, really?
I don't know. You'll find it. If you really
not taken?
GoatLadySon.com was not taken. Just you'll find it. If you were meant to read it, you'll find it. The Goat Lady Son and the Child Gladiators of Isla Vista. It's pretty. I mean, if you can't figure it out with that amount of information, then I kind of don't need you.
You're a fucking idiot.
I kind of don't need you.
Right, exactly.
Honest. But thank you, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Great times. Long time.
I know.
We'll figure it out again here in a few weeks.
Okay.
I'm John Miller.
I'm Ashley Russell.
Justin Scales signing out.
And we're out of here. Thank you. Thank you very much. And until next time, I'm John Miller. Check me out at JMP Radio.
It's the John Miller Program on the longest running live webcast. He'll be right back.
Out there this evening. Okay, we've got Eric and Scottsdale here on line one. Eric, welcome to PC Chat. What can we do for you today?
Oh, not much, guys. I got a question for you. But first of all, your producer mentioned that there's the trivial trivia.
You want to play some trivial trivia, do you?
I'll play some trivial trivia, sure.
Okay, well, it's almost trivia. The question is,
the Free Software Foundation develops a Unix-like environment called GNU. What does GNU stand for?
Oh, you guys had to make it easy. GNU stands for GNU is not Unix.
Whoa, there you go. Got another nerd on the line, Nick.
Ringer.
Well, congratulations. You're going to be checking on some good coffee or espresso over there at Coffee Works in Chandler. You got 4 passes here for free coffee and free espresso.
Ooh.
Nice job.
Fantastic. I'll keep you up late at night when you're doing like hacking type stuff.
That's what I have to do.
So what else can we help you with?
Well, I got a question about the streaming media and the Linux operating system. What I'm doing here is I'm running Debian, Linux. My buddy would beat me if I said that wrong. Again.
From down south.
And, I'm trying to watch streaming media programs, like I'm trying to hear, like the John Miller radio program on voiceamerica.com or fccfree.com or the John Miller program or stuff like that, Anyway.
Is that all you ever listen to?
Is there any open source application that would just kick Real Networks in the butt and allow me to view Real Media streaming source over the net?
Real's proprietary. I have no idea if they have anything, or if anyone has made anything open source that'll read that. Personally, I've never heard of anything that does.
And another thing, too, is I'm running a 802.11b network around here.
Mm-hmm.
And it somehow, for some reason, wants to get clogged, like whenever I want to watch John Miller program. It wants to get clogged up whenever I try to view the Real Media files. My network goes all to heck. Is it?
Okay.
Well, enough of that.
Might want to go watch the John Miller program a little bit more, and maybe you could buy some sponsor for the show. We can plug him a little bit more. Depending on how much you want to pay us to plug John Miller show. I've now 3 times myself. Would you like to plug him a little bit more, Nick?
John Miller, let's watch him.
Boy,